Amelia, I heard the news about your mother. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, who is this? I don't have this number saved in my phone. I am sorry.
It's your father.
You're actually my father? Really? But why are you texting me now? This is so out of the blue.
I wanted to ask about your mother. How did the funeral go? Is it all wrapped up? Didn't have any problems?
Auntie and Uncle planned it all. They pretty much sorted out the funeral completely by themselves. I didn't even have to do anything. And yes, it's all over now. Thanks to them, it went smoothly. As smooth as a funeral can go, I guess. But did you really contact me after 10 years of not having seen each other? Just to ask that? Is that really all you wanted to talk to me about?
The only reason I haven't contacted you all these years was because of your mother. She forbid me from contacting you. I would have contacted you sooner if it was up to me. But never mind that. What are you gonna do now?
What do you mean? What am I going to do about what?
Well, shouldn't you come back to live with me in my house, now that your mother is gone?
What? It's been so many years. I don't understand. Why should I move in with you?
Your mother has passed away. Of course you should move in with me. I'm your father. I'm the only parent you have to take care of you. I understand that you might feel uncomfortable with us not having seen each other in a long while. I understand how you must be feeling. But you're still young and children need to be raised by their parents. Your mother is no longer here, so you need to come and live with me. You can't grow up without a parent taking care of you. It's not natural.
This is just really sudden. I'll talk with my uncle about it and see what he says.
Why do you have to talk with your uncle about it? I'm your father, not him. You don't have to get permission from him to live with your own parent. It's none of his business, right? I'll come and pick you up in 2 days, so get all your things packed, and you must not tell your uncle about this.
Uncle Jack, something weird just happened. I just got a message from my dad a minute ago.
What? You got a message from that scumbag? What the heck is he trying to say to you?
He said that since Mother's passed away and she's not here to take care of me anymore, I need to go to live with him so he can take care of me.
You don't listen to that deadbeat, you hear me? You have nothing to say to him. If he tries to talk to you again, just don't reply.
But it's not like I can stay with you and Auntie forever. And I mean, he is my dad, right? Doesn't it make sense for me to go live with him?
Amy, I didn't want to tell you this when you were still a kid, but I guess I've got no choice. You need to know this now that he is trying to worm his way back into your life.
Tell me what? What is it?
Amy, do you know why your mom and that scumbag of a father of yours divorced in the first place?
No, I guess I don't really. All Mom told me was that they were too different from each other, and so they kept clashing on all these different things.
Okay, don't get upset and just listen first, alright? There was a reason your mother took you and left you when you were 4, and it wasn't just because your mom and your father weren't getting along. Your mother was an amazing, strong woman. She worked hard for everything she had, and she would never take you away and make you grow up without a father just over some small disagreements. The reason your mother took you and left your father, it was because he was having an affair with another woman.
Are you serious? How did Mom never tell me this?
I'm sorry, Amy, but that is not all of it either. The tramp your father was sleeping with behind your mother's back got pregnant. As soon as she gave birth, she chased your mother out of the house. That's how your mother found out about the affair, while being kicked out of the house by your father and her mistress with their new baby.
I don't understand. How come she kept all of this a secret from me? Shouldn't I have known about all this?
You were too young, Amy. You still are. She didn't tell you because she didn't want you to be upset and resent your father. She kept it a secret so you wouldn't have to think all about this terrible crap when you were still only a kid. No child should have to know about these things.
I can't believe this. He did all that to my mom, and he has the gall to just message me out of nowhere like nothing happened?
It's a big shock, isn't it? Leave the rest to me, sweetie. I'll sort everything out. You don't ever have to talk to that man again. Don't you worry. Steve, I heard you contacted Amelia. I'm not even gonna ask how you got a hold of her phone number. Don't you even have the smallest shred of shame? How the hell are you gonna come out of the blue and message the child of your ex-wife you cheated on and tell her she has to move in with you? Do you think that you have the right to even be near her? Oh, for God's sake, I told Amelia to keep this to herself. That kid has become even more of a brat over the past years, I see. Do you think I don't know what dirty tricks you're trying to pull? You don't care about her. Why the hell else would you be taking a kid you don't even know anymore to go and live under your roof? Dirty little tricks? What the hell are you trying to say? You haven't said a word to her in 10 years, and all of a sudden, you want to take care of her? All of a sudden, you're her father again and she needs to stay with you? It is obvious what a deadbeat like you is trying to get out of this. My sister's life insurance payout and the inheritance she left Amelia. That's what you're after, aren't you? What the hell do you take me for? All I'm trying to do here is take care of my daughter, step up and be a father for her now that her mother is gone. Have you got a problem with that? Really? If that's really how it is, then why don't you send over all the child support payments that you still haven't paid all this time? What are you talking about? What do you think I'm talking about? All those child support payments that you're supposed to have sent, that none of us have seen a cent of. I don't know what you're talking about. You really are a piece of work.
Uncle Jack, guess what? I got accepted into the university I applied for. My #1 pick. I can't believe I actually got in. I did it!
Are you being serious? You really got in? Oh, wow. Well done, Amy. You deserve it more than anyone. All those nights of no sleep studying and preparing for the interview finally paid off. I can't believe that you're really going to one of the best universities in the country. I am so proud of you, Amy.
It's because you took care of me that I was able to prepare well enough to get in. I'll study really hard. Don't worry.
Of course, sweetie. I'm just happy to hear that you got in. Don't we have to pay for your tuition now that you've passed the admission? When is the deadline?
Oh, you don't have to worry about the tuition fees. These days it's super easy to take a loan out to pay for tuition. I'll sort it all out myself. I am an adult now too, you know? I can't just keep relying on you and Aunt Joan to do everything for me and be a burden on you guys forever. I can take care of myself. Don't worry.
What are you talking about, Amy? Me and your aunt are more than happy to take care of you. You're not a burden to us. We've never thought that. Don't worry about your tuition. We've been saving money in a college fund for you for years now.
Wait, really? You guys have a college fund for me?
Of course. I'll handle the tuition, so you just focus on studying, all right?
Thank you, Uncle Jack. You're the best! I'll go tell Auntie the good news now, too.
All right, sweetie, go ahead. You've worked really hard. Well done. I'm so proud of you. How did the graduation party go?
Oh, jeez. I think I'm actually gonna die. I drank more last night than I have in my whole life combined. I feel like my head's going to explode.
Are you serious? Hurry up and have some water, and an Advil if it's that bad. Oh, and the reason I texted you was to see if you're free this week. Me and your aunt want you to come out and see us both.
All three of us? Why? Is it someone's birthday or something?
Don't be silly. We want to celebrate you graduating. And I've got something for you.
Oh, what is it?
Well, about that, I think I should tell you in person.
Are you really my uncle? Why are you being so secretive all of a sudden? Usually you can't keep your mouth shut. Just tell me what it is. Please. I want to know now.
It's your mother's account book. That's what I want to give you.
Huh? Mom's account book? Like the thing for her bank account? But you didn't tell me she left me any money or anything, did you?
She did leave you inheritance, Amy. I just couldn't tell you up until now. Your mother asked me to keep it a secret from you until after you graduated university. I wasn't trying to trick you into thinking that she didn't leave you anything when she actually did. It's not like that. I just wanted to respect your mother's wishes. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about it sooner.
I just came home and went through the account book, but it's weird.
Why? Is there something wrong?
There hasn't even been a single withdrawal from her account. Like, ever?
Yeah, that's right. That's because that's the account she made specifically to save money for you. That is your money now to use.
Wait, but I don't understand. So, that means all the money you've spent on me, for my tuition, my rent, feeding, and clothing me, that was all your own money? You didn't use any of the money Mom left to pay for me.
That's right.
But why? You had all this money that was left for me. Why would you use up all your own money instead?
Amy, you're like a daughter to us, and we take care of you like you're one of our own. Do you think there are any parents out there who wouldn't want to use their money to take care of their child? The money your mother left was for you to use, not for us to take care of you with. I believe that you'll be able to use the money your mother left you responsibly. I trust you completely. Congratulations on your graduation, sweetie. Amelia, it's your father. How have you been?
What are you contacting me for all of a sudden? After another whole 10 years have passed, you suddenly care how I've been now?
Ah, don't be so cold to me, Amelia. I'm still your father.
I don't even remember what your face looks like. It's a bit funny that you're still calling yourself my father.
Excuse me? You really can't remember what I looked like? People say that the bond between a parent and their child can't be broken, but I guess that must not be true then. I can't believe this. We will meet in person next week and sort out the whole ridiculous situation. My daughter needs to know what her father's face looks like.
But why should I meet you, though?
Not just me, your little brother and your stepmother will be coming as well. It's the first time we're seeing each other in years, so do yourself up nice before coming. You need to make a good impression on your stepmother and brother as well.
I don't understand. Why do I need to go and meet you all for in the first place?
We're family. Of course we need to see each other once in a while. Oh, and your little brother has just gotten into university this year, by the way. You can congratulate him on getting into university in person when we meet next week. These days, it's pretty common to get a laptop for someone who's just gotten into university, if you don't know what to get him for a gift. Kids need a nice laptop to do their coursework on, I hear.
You're not actually suggesting I buy your kid a gift for getting into university, are you?
Of course, he's your brother. Why, are you struggling right now or something? I heard that you're working at one of those big fancy companies.
No, I'm not struggling at all. I'm just so surprised that you'd actually expect me to buy a gift for your kid that I've never even met. I have no business with you. I don't know why you think that I should have to meet you and your family, let alone congratulate your kid for getting into university. Don't contact me again. I don't have anything to say to you, nor do I want to hear anything more from you. You brat. Did you really block your father's number? What kind of a daughter are you if you never even talk to your parents? Who do you think you are acting up like this? I don't even know who you are, even though I can probably guess. Who do you think you are messaging me out of nowhere and calling me a brat? Well, look at yourself. You're acting like a childish brat. I'm your father's wife, thank you very much. Have a bit of respect. Oh, so you're the homewrecker my father cheated on my mother with. I see. Excuse me. What do you mean, homewrecker? Watch your mouth. Who do you think you are speaking to me like that? Well, you are, aren't you? You had an affair with my father and then chased me and my mother out of our own home. That is pretty much the definition of a homewrecker. Why, does it annoy you when I call you that? I'm sorry. It's just the truth. You little brat. Didn't I just tell you that I'm your father's wife? That makes me your stepmother. You need to treat me with the respect I deserve. You're asking for a bit much from me, don't you think? A woman like you asking for the respect I deserve is a bit funny. How are you going to ask the daughter of the family you broke apart to be respectful to you? Do you really think that's a reasonable thing to ask of me? You should be happy that I'm even entertaining this conversation in the first place. I can't believe this. You really are a piece of work. Don't you ever talk to me again or your father. Leave us alone. Don't worry, I don't have anything I would ever need to talk to either of you about.
I heard the news that you're getting married soon. What do you think you're doing marrying a man before taking him to meet your father first? You bring him over to meet us right as soon as possible. And he'll have to prove to me that he's good enough to be marrying my daughter.
You have absolutely nothing to do with me or my marriage. What makes you think you have the right to order me around?
You must still be angry at me, I see. That's only because you don't know the world well enough yet. You're still young and prone to holding grudges. But that's okay, you'll grow up soon enough. What I'm saying is that if neither of your parents are at your wedding, don't you know that people are gonna talk? I'm offering to save you that embarrassment. If you don't want to make a fool of yourself on your wedding day, then bring your fiancé to come and meet me already and apologize to me and your stepmother. We're upset that you haven't talked to us all this time.
There's nothing embarrassing about not having your parents at your wedding. And even if there was, nobody I've invited to my wedding would talk about me behind my back. They're all good people.
Amelia, if you come and apologize to us now, then we're willing to forgive you and still attend your wedding. I'm offering you this chance to make things right. Stop acting so immature.
I'm not acting immature. I just don't want you at my wedding.
Do you really want people to think that you have a bad relationship with your parents? People will talk if I'm not there. I'm sure the family of your fiancé won't like him marrying someone who doesn't even care to invite their father to their wedding, either.
I really just don't care. I heard about your conversation with your father. He put down his pride and offered to forgive you and put everything behind us. And yet you refused. This month is his birthday. Think of this as your last chance to make things right. There's only 1 month left to the wedding, I hear. If you want someone to walk you down the aisle, then you better get him something nice and apologize. Why are you ignoring my messages? Why are you messaging me so much when you know full well my wedding day is only a month away? Don't you think I'm busy? If you don't have anything actually important to say, then please stop bothering me. All right, if you're really so busy, then I'll pick out a gift for your father for you. Just get him a nice suit for his birthday and mail it to us. I'll send you his size. Wow! And since my birthday is right after your father's, you might as well buy my gift as well and send them together in the same package. I like designer bags. I'm seriously asking you because I want to know. Why do you think that I should buy you 2 birthday gifts? Well, because a daughter has to take care of her parents, obviously. And since I'm your father's wife, you should treat me as you would your mother, of course. What kind of child doesn't get anything for their parents' birthdays? Do you really believe that I consider you two my parents? Neither of you have any relationship to me whatsoever. Stop trying to talk to me like you know me. Your younger brother will be going off to the military soon. Don't you think you should do something for him now, at least? When he got into university, you said you'd buy him a laptop as a gift, but then suddenly you couldn't buy it for him anymore. Your father told me all about it. You should at least get him something nice now, since it's going to be a long time until you'll be able to see him again. Wow. Do you think that just because I'm not as bold-faced rude to you as you are to me, that I'm a pushover and I'd actually listen to you and buy your kid something? You must seriously be crazy. What? Did you really just call me crazy? Yes, crazy. You must be to be this shameless. What type of person tries to talk to the daughter of the man you had an affair with, like nothing happened? Do you really think I want anything to do with you? And do you think I'd want anything to do with your child either? Just because you call him my brother doesn't mean I have to care about him. And I don't. And I never will. How can you say that about him? That's my boy you're talking about. And he is your brother. Don't be ridiculous. Please, just stop. He might be your precious little boy, but to me, he's just the proof of how you and my father ruined our family and ruined my mother's life. He's nothing more than a reminder of that to me. Of course. I must be crazy to have thought about giving a brat like you another chance. This is all my fault for thinking you could grow up and stop being such a horrible daughter. What you did to my mother, I still haven't forgotten about it. Just talking to you makes me feel sick. Don't you ever talk to me again. It's about your father. He's passed away. You horrible brat! I just told you your father has died, and you don't have anything to say. Fine, whatever. It was my fault for thinking you'd care. If you don't want to end up going to hell for what a terrible daughter you've been to me and your father, then at least send me the money to take care of the funeral and some for all the trauma I've had to go through. I'm not worried about that, but thanks for the warning, I guess. I'll be blocking you now. Uncle, what do you think of all this? She's really trying to get me to pay for my father's funeral and then some for the drama she's had to go through. She really is something else, isn't she?
I can't believe this scumbag is still acting like this. What is it going to take for her to come to her senses? You didn't actually send her anything, did you?
No, of course not. Why would I send anything to those people? It's not like they've ever done anything for me my whole life.
I can't believe she said that you'd go to hell being a terrible daughter. Like they've been good parents to you. If anyone's going to hell, it'd be her and your scumbag father. All these years later, even if I think about what they did to my sister, it makes my blood boil.
Try not to worry about it, Uncle. If by any chance that woman tries contacting you, just ignore it. Let's just stay away from her from now on.
Amy, has that woman contacted you lately?
You mean my father's mistress? No, I haven't received anything from her. I actually blocked her a while back, so she couldn't contact me even if she wanted to. But why are you suddenly asking about her?
Well, I just heard that the kid your father and that woman had will be getting married soon.
So what?
She called to tell me that. She said she couldn't get through to you, so she asked me to tell you instead. She asked if your number had changed and if I could give her your new number. Apparently, she has something to talk to you about.
Really? Seriously, she has no shame. Who does she think she is, expecting me to give her number?
I know, I thought so too. What could possibly be so important that she needs to talk to you about anyway?
Well, I guess she probably just wants money again. That's all she's ever been trying to do all these years. Trying to get money out of me. But this time around, I'm not going to let it go. If she keeps hassling me, I'm taking it to court.
Are you sure? If it's too much to handle, I can take care of it for you.
It's alright, I can handle it. I always knew that she'd be back trying to start something again.
Alright, talk to me again and tell me what's happening.
Have you really lost your mind? What do you think gives you the right to contact my uncle? What could possibly be so important that you need to go through him to talk to me? I just contacted him because I wanted him to tell you the good news, but I haven't been able to get through to you. Your only sibling is getting married. Of course I had to tell you. My only sibling? Really? How many times do I have to tell you? Your kid is not my brother. I don't have anything to do with him. Neither you nor him are my family. Why are you being like this? He's your flesh and blood. Of course he's your brother. Have you never heard that blood is thicker than water? No matter how angry you are with me, you can't be like that to your brother. You have the same DNA. You're family by blood, and that's important. What? Why are you acting like this? Shouldn't you be shouting and cursing at me already? Why are you being so polite all of a sudden? I have a favor to ask of you. What favor? Well, our son still hasn't been able to find a job since he got back from the military. He's getting married, but doesn't have any savings either. His fiancé's family is paying for some of it, so of course we have to pay the rest. You've got such a well-paying job at a big company, and your husband and his family are rich, aren't they? You must have a lot of money in savings. Please help us out a bit. Wow. I already thought you were shameless, but this is a new low even for you. Unlike you, I'm actually in my right mind. I will never, ever give an ounce of help to your family. So please, just stop trying. You can't manipulate me like you think you can. I'm not trying to manipulate you. We really just need a little bit of help. Don't be like that. Just think about it a bit first, okay? So, how's it going? Have you thought about it? There's nothing for me to think about. I told you no already. You won't be getting a cent out of me. Are you really being serious about this? You can't spare anything for your little brother. That's right, I can't. You chased me and my mother out of our house, and my little brother is the son of your affair with my father. Who do you think you are to beg me for money? You. I can't believe you. I really tried to be nice and ask you earnestly for help, but still you're acting like this. Up until the day your father died, you never did a single thing for him. You were a horrible excuse for a daughter. Not to mention you acted like your little brother didn't even exist. I see now how your mother must have raised you to turn out like this. Your mother must have died so young because she had a brat like you for a daughter. She couldn't cope. Excuse me? Don't you ever mention my mother again with that disgusting mouth of yours. You have no right to say anything about her. If you contact me, or my uncle, or anyone to try and talk to me again, I will find and go over to your kid's fiancé's family and tell them everything. I'll tell them how you broke apart a family, and how the young man their daughter is marrying is an illegitimate son from an affair. Do you want that? If not, then just get out of my life. What? What are you talking about? Oh, and every message of you harassing me, shouting at me, berating me, all of it I've saved. Even what you just said to me about my mother. If you don't want people to find out what a horrible excuse for a human being you are, then shut your mouth and leave me alone. Hey, you can't do this to me. Don't you dare go around spreading rumors. If this is how you're going to be, then fine. I won't contact you again. You better leave us alone as well, you brat. After those disgusting things she said about my mother, and me freaking out on her, she's actually left me alone. Since she hasn't said a word to me since that day, I guess she must finally have learned to have a little bit of shame. But of course, I'm worried about what's happened with her son. She really counted on me to pay for her son's wedding and all. I wonder if he actually ended up getting married. It must be hard, being raised by a mother like her. I can't imagine his life will turn out all that well. If she ever does come crawling back and contacts me again, I'm serious about going to her son's partner's house and telling her and her family absolutely everything. I've got all the proof organized in a folder and ready to go if I have to. I hope that family of scumbags never, ever tries coming into my life again. Because it will not end well for them. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, then please be sure to like and subscribe. And if you'd like, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. See you in the next video.